but how will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in with how the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and of course, the FNO setup of the day. First up, Vamakshi is joining in to get us all the market cues that you need to watch out for. Vamakshi, good morning. How's the setup looking like?
Well, good morning, Hormaz. Yesterday it was not such a good session for Nifty, and Nifty opened on a weak note. But unlike Monday, the prices steadily declined throughout the session. In fact, the sell-off only intensified further during the afternoon, and resultantly, Nifty ended the session lower by almost 0.9%. In fact, it was a broad-based sell-off. We saw selling pressure in the mid-cap as well as the small-cap indices. Apart from that, all indices except IT ended with losses. Nifty Financial Services was the top sectoral loser, down around 2%, and this was dragged mainly by HDFC Bank as well as PFC. Nifty Metal too was under pressure, dragged by Hindustan Zinc as well as Welspun Corp. Nifty PSU Bank and Bank were also some of the some of the indices that were under pressure. On the other hand, when we look at the US markets, they advanced after producer prices data showed abating inflation pressures. So that was how the markets performed yesterday. But looking forward to today, India's WPI as well as US CPI numbers will be key to watch today. Hero MotoCorp, Apollo Hospitals, Nykaa and some other stocks will be reacting to their numbers that came post-market hours yesterday. Today, we will be watching out for numbers of Glenmark Pharma, HAL, Masscom Dock, Ola Electric, and Hindustan Zinc will be another counter that we will be watching out for, because Vedanta is looking to sell 2.6% stake in the company via OFS. As of now, when we look at the trade setup, there's a positive handover coming in from the global markets, and the GIFT Nifty is indicating a positive start to the trading session today.
Positive start indeed. Vamakshi, thanks a lot for that. Over to Vivek now. List out the stocks you need to watch out for in today's session. Vivek, good morning. What's on your list?
Well, good morning. Whole host of stocks, a lot of results that came in just post-market hours yesterday. Largely, we'll focus on the results. First on the list is Hero MotoCorp, a disappointment all across the board. Now, earnings below estimates, higher raw material costs impacted the EBITDA as well as the margins, and realization, especially when you're comparing it to peers, only saw a minor increase of close to 2%. Now, when you're comparing it against our own CNBC TV 18 poll, revenues high by 16%, close to 10,140. We were expecting a little over 10,560 crore. EBITDA, higher by 20%, but still below our poll. Margins too, below 40 basis points below our poll. On the back of that, PAT 2 missed 1,122 crores coming in versus our expectation of a little over 1,200 crore. On the other hand, Apollo Hospital, very much in line with what the street was anticipating, in line with what the CNBC poll was expecting. Revenues higher by 15%, in line. EBITDA too, at 675 crore, we had an estimate of close to 677 crore. Margins too, bang in line with our estimates, and profitability coming in at 315 crore, a slight beat versus our estimates. Next on the list is SJVN, a very good operational performance aided by higher plant availability factor. Revenues higher by 29%, coming in at the 870 crore mark. Profitability higher by 31%. So expect some green over there. NBCC, again, it actually gone ahead and outperformed infra peers. Strong execution seen over here. Revenue higher by 11.5%. Profitability higher by 38% this time around. The next stock on the radar, GMR Airports. Remember, this particular stock, although there appears to be a loss as far as the bottom line is concerned, it's been a good operational performance by the company. The company also has taken an enabling provision to raise close to 5,000 crore via the QIB route. Revenues higher by 19%, operationally good, but on the back of the fact that the company had FCCB payments due and forex changes that happened, the company saw a loss of close to 337 crore on the bottom line. Two gold financiers also will be in focus, Muthoot as well as Manappuram Finance. Largely good set of results from both of them. Muthoot Finance, NI up 21.6%, profitability higher by 10.6%, aided by the fact that the company took higher provisions this time around. Manappuram Finance, on the other hand, NI up almost 19%, profitability up by 12%. Lastly, MTAR Tech, very weak set of numbers. Revenues down 16%, but the resultant PAT down almost 79%. Expect this particular stock to see a bit of a sell-off today.
As earnings season comes to an end, plenty of stocks to watch out for. Vivek, thanks a lot for that. And Mangalam lastly joins in with cues from the FNO space. Mangalam, Suprabhat, how's the setup looking like from the FNO side?
Well, what can I say? It's a double dose today. The double dose is of the expiry of both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank. And yesterday, we saw a sharp sell-off from the highs. Both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank saw big cuts. The Nifty was down almost 200 points from the highs of yesterday's trading session itself. And that's an interesting one, because we also had the financial services expiry along with HDFC Bank's weakness. All of that pressurized the markets in the last hour of trade. So the intraday chart of the financial services expiry comes up for you. There you have it, ended at the low point of trade itself. What's interesting is that after 2 days of an up move, we're back in that, selling at 24,350 sort of zone. So if you just take a look at, the recent highs on the Nifty, we've sold off every time we've crossed past that 24,350 mark. Haven't convincingly crossed 24,500 for the longest time that I can remember. The two major reasons why we saw a bit of a sell-off, apart from the expiry and the HDFC Bank factor playing out, one was if you look at the cash market flows, the FI has bought about, the FI sold about 2,100 crores, the DI has bought about 1,240 crores. Typically, there's a dollar-to-dollar match, but yesterday there was a net outflow of close to 900 crores. Secondly, the FI sold even more in index futures, 2,400 crore worth selling out there. They've added 31,000 shorts, unwound about 5,000 longs. And if there was a headline of this morning, the headline is that the FIs have turned net short on index futures. So, from the series start of close to 66% long exposure, it's come down to 48%, and 1.66 lakh net long contracts have now come down to 21,000 net short contracts. So in that, the up move of the GIFT Nifty will be extremely crucial to track whether we see sell-off at levels of 24,350 thereabouts or not. To add to that volatility, we have the Nifty and the Nifty Bank weekly options expiry playing out, and that's where the option writers are positioned for as well. 24,300 call writers, very active, telling you there would be supply upwards of 24,350 thereabouts. At the lower level though, there is strong support around 24,000 to 24,100. That's why 24,100 put writers are active too. For the Nifty Bank, the psychologically important mark, 50,000, will be important to cross because we have the maximum open interest at the 50,000 call itself, and a bunch of stocks on our radar too. After a big decline yesterday, Aarti Industries has entered F&O ban, as has Chambal Fertilizers, and we have Hind Copper, which is out of F&O ban after a big up move yesterday.
Mangalam, thanks a lot for that update. It's the Nifty and the Nifty Bank expiry as well.